Fans in tears. Jungkook clarifies why he cried in Taehyung's arms. This is what happened. Before we unravel this emotional thread, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, because what you're about to hear isn't just a story. It's a piece of BTS history that was almost lost to whispers and shadows, until now. Let's rewind to the night of their final concert on the Love Yourself, Speak Yourself World Tour. The stadium was massive, filled with a sea of purple lights, armies from every continent waving their banners, singing along, crying, laughing. The energy was electric, but behind that glowing stage, a storm had already been brewing inside Jungkook's heart. All night, fans noticed it. His voice, while perfect, had a tremble. His usual playful energy seemed distant. He smiled, but it didn't reach his eyes. And then, during the final bows, something shifted. As the members stood in a line, arms wrapped around each other, thanking the crowd, Jungkook turned toward Taehyung and suddenly collapsed into his embrace. It wasn't just a hug. It was something else. A shudder. A crack. The kind of collapse you only experience when the burden you've carried for too long finally becomes too heavy. At the time, there was no official explanation. No interview. No comment. Just a flurry of fan videos and blurry photos. Some thought it was exhaustion. Others whispered of something more. A secret. A pain he hadn't shared. But here's where things get even more mysterious. Just days after that concert, Jungkook went completely silent on social media. No selfies. No Weverse posts. Even his usual check-ins disappeared. Armies speculated endlessly. Was he okay? Was something going on behind the scenes? Had he finally reached his breaking point? And then, silence. 4 weeks. But it wasn't until nearly 4 years later, during a candid livestream in 2025, that Jungkook finally spoke about that night. And what he revealed sent shockwaves through the fandom. It started off casual, as many of his lives do. He was in his studio, sipping tea, answering fan questions. But when someone asked him, "Why were you crying in Taehyung's arms after the Love Yourself concert?" his face changed. He paused, looked down, and then began to speak. "I wasn't planning to talk about this," he said, his voice quiet, almost a whisper. "But maybe now's the right time." He took a long breath. The chat exploded. And what he said next broke everyone's hearts. Jungkook explained that during the final stretch of the tour, he had been dealing with a personal loss, something he hadn't told anyone, not even the members at first. A close family member, someone who had always supported him quietly from the background, had passed away just days before the last show. He had wanted to cancel. To go home. To grieve. But the guilt of leaving the stage, of disappointing the fans, kept him moving forward. "I thought if I just performed," he said, "maybe I could hold it together. But grief is a tricky thing. It doesn't follow the rules. It creeps in during the quiet moments, in between the beats of a song, in the stillness after the lights go down." And on that stage, under the final fireworks, as the weight of loss and pressure collided, Jungkook said he felt something snap. "I couldn't breathe," he admitted. "I looked around and I saw the members smiling, trying to be strong, and then I saw Taehyung, and he just looked at me. Like he already knew." That's when he fell into Taehyung's arms. Because in that moment, he didn't need a fellow performer. He didn't need an idol. He needed a brother. But here's where it gets even more heart-wrenching. Jungkook revealed that Taehyung had quietly been watching him the entire week. That even though no words were exchanged, Taehyung felt something was wrong. That's the kind of connection they had. A silent, unbreakable bond. He didn't say anything, Jungkook recalled. He just held me. And I cried like I hadn't cried in years. Fans listening to the livestream were stunned. Many began crying themselves. Comments flooded the screen, "We didn't know. You didn't have to carry that alone. We love you so much." But there was more. Jungkook went on to share that after that night, Taehyung stayed with him. They didn't talk much. They just sat together, sometimes in silence, sometimes with music playing low in the background. And it was in those moments, away from the stage, away from the cameras, that Jungkook began to heal. He said something that stuck with everyone. People always think we're strongest on stage. But sometimes, the real strength is letting yourself fall when someone's there to catch you. At this point in the live stream, Jungkook's voice cracked. His eyes welled up. The chat froze. No one knew what to say. It was raw, real, unfiltered, and utterly human. And yet, it was only the beginning. Because what Jungkook shared next would forever change how fans see that moment, and their entire understanding of the bond between him and Taehyung. Soft piano fades into suspenseful, slow heartbeat-like rhythm. What happened between them after that night? Why did Taehyung say it was one of the most painful, beautiful memories of their brotherhood? And what secret did they promise to keep from the rest of the world until now? We're about to go even deeper into late-night conversations, private letters, and a bond forged not by fame, but by pain. After Jungkook's emotional live stream, fans couldn't stop talking. The revelation struck a chord, not because it was about fame or scandal, but because it was about something all too human: grief, brotherhood, and the pain of having to smile while your heart breaks in silence. But what came next was something no one expected. So the next time you watch that clip, the one where Jungkook crumples into Taehyung's arms under a sky of fireworks, don't just see it as a dramatic moment. See it as a chapter. A turning point. A love letter not just between friends, but between artists and the fans who have walked every shadowed road beside them. And remember, the strongest thing Jungkook ever did was cry. What if the moments we're most afraid of are the ones that define who we truly are? Let us know in the comments, did this moment change the way you see BTS? And if you've ever had someone catch you when you fell, tell us their story. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with every ARMY who still believes in the healing power of love, music, and connection. Because sometimes, even in silence, the heart speaks loudest.